Tonight, we are going to explore a very curious problem. And it's called the Great Dream. There are some. In one sense, however, every dream is great because it meets the specific needs of an individual. Now, what is it about great dreams that qualifies for that greatness? Well, there is a particular issue I'd like to bring up. And that's this issue. We have provided a certain amount of evidence to suggest that there is a good basis for claiming that the dreams we get fit the situation that we are in. And that there is a relationship between the struggles we have in our own mind and the struggles we encounter in our external world. That is to say, they are analogous. We then went on to say, for dreams to have a particular benefit to man, it must mean that when we have a dream, we can study it and get an insight into the dream, and that should give us, therefore, an insight into two worlds, both. Now, for an insight to be possible, it means that the construction of the dream, the very construction of the dream, must have been an amazing feat, because we were saying that the images in the dreams, by that I mean the figures, the images or the figures in dreams, have a particularly personal history. And we have to then discover the particular personal history that makes these dreams the carriers of a certain kind of meaning, which with others can fit together into a pattern to communicate something extremely important for our own development. So therefore, these images are picked up, they are connected with themes. They are connected with themes, and it's our job, our task, to find a way to consider or to meditate on these dreams, as we spoke about last week, to try to grasp their meaning. For the dream to be able to do that, it means then there's something in us that we can access that can go back into our personal history and pick out these items, much to our surprise, because for quite a while we don't even recognize that they are drawn from our personal history, and it has all of the associations and meanings attached to it. So therefore, whatever is constructing the dream clearly knows us much better than we know ourselves. Right? Knows ourselves intimately. Now here's a question though. That means that each of us has this kind of ability or agent that can do this. Are dreams then in response to a personal situation only? Here's our question then, is there anything about dreams that is transpersonal? Is there anything about dreams that goes beyond the boundaries of what we call and know to be ourselves, and tap into something beyond that and tap into something far beyond that, and yet it equally has significance to us, but it isn't drawn from our own personal history. If so, then whatever we call the dream master goes beyond our own personal boundaries and reaches to something beyond ourselves. And therefore, if that's correct, that means there should be some basis for considering the dream master not only to be a transpersonal phenomena, but maybe it goes beyond that. And perhaps we can say it encounters also the transcendent. Now, if it is both transpersonal and transcendent, then it's through the study of dreams that we can become aware of something very significant to us that operates for our advantage, that goes beyond ourselves to tap into a dimension of experience that is very significant to us and meaningful, and that has a long-term direction for our lives. Now, if it's a great dream, using Carl Jung's terms or others, that means it goes beyond the boundaries not only of the person, but it goes beyond the boundaries of the family, the clan, the culture. And therefore, for someone to claim that something that goes beyond those things and yet can benefit us, as the claim was made just a short while ago, then it has to be shown in what way that can be said to be true, because it certainly doesn't appear to be that you can find meaning beyond this arena. So, if there are dreams that are transpersonal, transcendent, open us up into a range of experience that goes beyond these boundaries, and yet can be most significant to us, and therefore, key word, of course, always, and benefit us in the highest way, then we should be able to say, by heavens, there is a way in which we can support the notion that the dream master, the master of our dreams, not only knows us and what's particular advantage to us, but also, in the long-range view, can contribute insights into our own destiny, particularly, as well as, let's even go further, into the very question of the destiny of man. Now, the higher I go, of course, the greater the experience in the dream must be. Well, I'd like to introduce a dream now that is only 7 or 8 sentences long. And I worked with